before yesterday, a reader started laughing. She was like, you know what? The devil's really slick. The devil's really slick. These people that are doing dark magic, making deals, the dark Luciferians, the dark Satanists are making deals with the devil. And what they're doing, the devil's doing is, what the devil is doing, oh shit, no, what did I throw? What the devil is doing is these people that are energy harvesting. The devil is putting, that are energy harvesting, which you could label as a vampire, a succubus, or incubus. And a succubus is a female demon. An incubus is a male demon. What the devil is doing is like a female that made a deal with the devil. The devil is implanting an incubus in the female. And then in the male, a succubus. So it's a male demon, they're implanting it into the female, and then a female demon into the male. She was just laughing. She's like, the devil's slick doing that. So what do you think happens to that person? They're confused about their gender. They're confused. They don't know if they don't know if they're bisexual or homosexual anymore. So now they're just wanting to have sex with everybody. And so it makes the females very masculine and aggressive. Then it turns the males very feminine. Did you get that? And I was like, that's fucked up. And I was like, why are they doing? Why are they trying to cause people to be gender confused? Go after the children, to start transgender assignment and surgery at a young fucking age when they won't even diagnose a child for any psychological disorders because their brain is not set yet. They don't know who they are. They're going to change in their behavior. They're going to change how they view themselves. But they're letting them decide their gender at a young age. And then the fact, even as adults, young teenagers, there's a certain subset of people that are easily influenced by their environment. That's known. And I was like, how is it going together? I know they're encouraging people, like the traditional spirituality has changed from the Western new spirituality where let's have sex with everybody everywhere. It's freedom. Do drugs, party like a rock star. That's freedom. When it was never like that before. But now it is. And so I know that spreads demons to people. Being no discrimination. It's fucking people up, and they're doing it on purpose. And like I said before, they're targeting the children for a specific reason. The children are the ones that are the greatest manifestors. They decide the future. They change reality. And I was like, there has to be more to that. Like I said before, we need the divines that are done the work, they have a special purpose, was to birth these specific new species of humans that are highly gifted. That's the last part of the Ascension. It helps crystallize it. And I'm like, they're like, the main purpose of these divines is these children. Think about it. If they prevent those fucking children We don't ascend. They win. And this principality or whatever, these dark Luciferians, whatever, they knew this a long time ago. And I'm not against Christianity. I know there's importance in it. But with Christianity, they started the whole changing daemons or diamonds, which were actually, all it meant was spirits. And they turned certain spirits, changed it to demons. Turned something that was just a spirit, an energy, a being, into something that was labeled it as evil. And then that's when they brought up, that's when Satan came, Lucifer came. And if you look at the statue, it has breasts, but it has a penis. How they have to tell you what they're going to do. That's part of, to decrease their karma. They have to tell you what they're going to do, even though you don't know they're telling you. They put it in your face. And like I say, you have to pay attention to, their typical narcissist, psychopath, sociopath, they have to tell you what they're doing because they practice magic. They believe in, the higher ups believe in universal law. So if they tell you in your face, but you're the dum-dum that doesn't realize it, that's your problem, not theirs. They told you. So there's always been an agenda. This transgender, transhumanism agenda. And it is to prevent the birth of these children. And how do you do that? Think about it. And it goes along with population control, too. And today, a reader was like, I don't know what this means. She was like, when you have two things that have the same charge, they repel each other. They can't come together when they have the same charge. So if you have two similar sexes, I don't care how you want to put it, they can't make a fucking baby. So the devil was smart. Why don't we just put a fucking male demon inside the female and then put a female demon inside the male? So it'll make the male more attracted to males. And it'll make the female more attracted to females. So they won't have that, negative, positive, they go together, they won't go together. So keep the same charges so they can't have children. So they're targeting the children, imposing, actually forcing that ideology on the children on purpose. And then teaching the new spirituality of let's everybody just have sex together, So they spread these demons that are designed for a female, they'll get a male demon, and a male will get a female demon. So everybody will just be homosexual primarily. So these children won't be born. And so these children can't be born. And then they push this whole gender confusion, doing it with the environment, psychologically influencing them, making it trendy. Because certain people can be influenced psychologically. That is a known fact. And then doing it like with the environment, with like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, energy, toxic chemicals, ingesting it, putting it on your skin. Like I said, that that causes chemical castration, both for the male and the female. And then, like with the estrogen, it'll feminize the male, and it actually decreases the genital size, decreases the level of testosterone, and along with the GMOs, and I know they already put it in the food where they were trying to make the insect infertile. It's causing people to become infertile. And then certain things that can be put into the bloodstream, like the chemicals, like I say, they block certain foods, toxins, they block your vortexes. So it shuts down your vortexes, shut down your access to your higher self, decreases your light, decreases the availability of your actual true self, your soul. So then that increases your chances of being infested by negative entities. And then if you're transferring this energy signature to your child, and some people are so shut down, so dark, that they practice black magic and do negative shit, their child can be possessed, or their soul can be actually evacuated, and a demon or a total dark entity can take over the child. And that child could be a psychopath, sociopath, that just born naturally like that. So by doing this, preventing these children from being born in these ways, it prevents the ascension. And then you can look throughout history, cultures and civilizations that practiced an extreme version of being polyamorous, having all kinds of orgies, and quote unquote being free with their sexuality. All those cultures failed. All of them. So there's always been an agenda. So this new freeing spirituality is preventing the ascension, and it's being done on purpose. And for you to have your Kundalini to rise, which is basically Christos energy that goes, a certain type of cerebral spinal fluid that goes up towards your crown. This energy gets wasted every time you have an orgasm. And these dark entities, if you're being exposed, they feed off of this energy. And you've always heard that, like boxers or athletes, they try to abstain from having sex before a game because it affects their positive performance. This is this Kundalini Christos energy, which helps you to ascend your consciousness, your access to your higher self, access to source, access to your opening your vortexes. So of course, yes, they're targeting the children to be sexual. And then this backwards, weird, new Western spirituality also affects you ascending. So if you understand what you can see the plan. It's pretty simple. I was like, why all this? I don't get. Am I wrong? I was asking, am I wrong? Can you like explain what's going on? Because they always tell me it's in your face. You're just so used to see it, you don't know. It's been in your face this whole time. It's been in everybody's face, the agenda. You just don't see it because you're so used to it. I was like, what am I missing? And I was like, why are these people, there's so much gender confusion. And then this whole, like, everybody's just, they're just pushing being polyamorous. And I was like, am I missing something? Am I wrong? Why are they going after the children like that? And I was like, is it just black magic or? Yep. So when that psychic was like, the devil's funny. Putting a fucking male demon inside the female and a female demon inside the male. So now these couples that act very, done some fucked up shit, now they don't even want their partners anymore. Imagine that. So their partners don't realize that the partner they were married to or whatever, their partner in crime is now more homosexual. So even their relationships are ruined. Unbeknownst to them, what's going on. Go figure, eh? That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? A lot of sense. And what they're doing with the children. Yeah, I like that circle. That spirit circle. Holy shit. And then the T. Resurrection. It's so crazy. I was like, what does the T mean? Then yesterday, no, I discovered it. Was it early today? Or was it early in the morning? I think it was early in the morning. And I was going to make a video. I was like, no. Like, guys, I was like, I need to spend some time with my dogs and shit. I needed to focus on them. And I think they wanted me to wait also for that Jordan Peterson video too. So I don't sound like an asshole. I'm telling you, like, you know you're in the flow. You know you're asking the right question when you get a lot of synchronicity. And stuff that you don't need to be focusing on, they won't answer you. Things that'll be harmful to you, they will not answer you. Stress, the universe wants you to know and everything and give you, but it has to be not detrimental to you. It has to be in your greater good. So shit like that lets you know you're where you need to be. Except when you have some motherfuckers hacking your shit, you gotta be aware of that shit. You're in that category. Some people are using that shit against you, and then trying to use it for their advantage to manipulate you, for them to get a way in, or to control you, or to have access to you and shit like that. That's fucked up. It goes along with, I was like trying to figure out like the whole triggering thing. I was like, I wanted to know more why certain people get triggered and certain people trigger people. And how does it go along with mirroring? Can you explain that a little bit better? And what does it mean? Like, if someone acts all crazy towards you, it's because, is that what you need to work on yourself? Is that what it is? Or is it actually issues that you've already worked on? They feel it energetically, and it triggers them. I was like, can you explain that a little bit better? I'm just curious. And they gave me like different analogies. I still need to do. Wait, what? Oh, that's supposed to. Why did it start? Green, light, dark. So energetically, if you've already, there's like different ways to explain it, and there's different combinations of it. They said it isn't just one thing. It can be all of these things, or it's a combination. It's just not one thing. And they were like, say someone who's dirty, like energetically dirty. It's almost like someone they're used to the energetic dirtiness. They're used to it, so it's normal. It doesn't bother them. Sort of like if you have someone who just has cats that piss all over their house. They get to a point they don't even smell the piss. But if you come in, they like your nice energy, it's clean and it's like almost like perfumey nice. And at first they're like, oh, that's nice, it feels good. But then because of you, they're not used to the stench anymore. But then you realize they stink. And it's because of you being around. But they're not going to admit that. They're just going to hate you. They don't want you around. Because you expose their stinkiness because you don't stink. And other people will realize that too. And then some people are so used to negative energy. That's normal. And some of them might even think that behavior, whatever, that energy, the way they act, what they believe they're communicating with God. They're used to it. And then when you come around, actually communicating with God, they're not familiar with that energy, they're not familiar with that behavior. Because they're used to the toxicness. So energetically, they're not used to it. So to them, it makes them feel uncomfortable. So they think something's wrong with you. Because every time you come around, they get irritated. So it's you. They think you're the devil. You're the fucked up one. Because they're used to being in this toxic energy, this toxic behavior. And it's sort of like if you get a diabetic that's used to having high sugars, their body's used to it, they're used to it, they don't have any symptoms. And even though sugars be so high, it should fuck them up really bad. But then they get the sugars under control. Do you know, these people are so used to it that they will get violently sick? Because their body's not used to, they're used to the high sugars, and then when you normalize it, at first, they get symptoms as if there's someone who already had normal sugars that's getting high sugars. So it's like that with them. So you trigger them in that way because they're used to it. Their body's addicted to the chaos too. Their psychology's addicted to the chaos. They're trauma bonded. They become adrenaline junkies. They need the drama. If they don't, it literally makes them sick. They can't stand it. And then and then some people, the ones like me, I know I have extramural neurons. Like being an empath, there's actual brain structural differences. And I don't know if it's genetic or it's a form of adaptation where you empaths or people like me have actual empaths actually have extramural neurons, extra structures in their brain. If it was done, it was passed on through the family, or it was in response to a very toxic environment where they had to learn how someone was feeling so they could help control the environment, adapt to the person, control the know what to do with other people because they could sense it. Keep them safe. They could sense when the person was getting upset. They have more mirror neurons, so they can sense the other person's feelings, their emotions, so they can adapt the environment to keep that other person calm, which means that person was least likely cause harm to them. But along with these mirror neurons, you actually, some people can, I need to make it. Oh, wrong way. Biden account. Oh, crap. Come on now. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Oh, wait. Oh, the dark blue. I'm missing the dark. Oh, low. Okay. So there's different parts of mirroring. There is that aspect of things that you have processed already. Energetically, you mirror that to them. And in that aspect, things that they haven't worked on, they can get triggered. And then also there's another mirroring, like things that you haven't worked on yourself, that the universe is trying to put everything back in balance. So your environment is used as a mirror by the universe to show you you. And then there's another mirror, like they've named, there's so many things that are different and they're under the same label. You have to know yourself, to know what process you were under, which of those mirroring applies to you. And they just like blatantly in spirituality just name everything mirroring, causing confusion. And then people that have done the work on themselves think, you know, oh, the environment is a mirror on me that I need to work on. And so you've already done the work. You're like, why is it still, you know, happening? What, like you beat yourself up. So you have to know yourself. And then the other mirroring, where some people, they can actually energetically be a mirror to someone, what they have not worked on. Just being in your presence, it triggers them. And they don't know why they hate you. So the one where you're mirroring it to them, what they haven't worked on, or they're responding to you and it actually has nothing to do with your process. And you have to learn to just like not let it get to you. It has nothing to do with you. It's all to do with them. And then plus two, you have to know yourself to know if the universe is trying to talk to you. Because you can't see yourself, so the universe makes everybody a mirror for you, so you can see yourself. That this is how you behave, and you have this cognitive dissonance. And you've seen people do that, where they'll talk shit about someone else, rag on them, and then that person actually has those characteristics and behaves that way, but they don't see